In this video, we're going to be talking about two really exciting features here in the new Beta Release 6. Now, Beta Release 6 has not yet been released, but I did want to give you a preview of what these functions do. Now, I've had these functions and macros for a long time because I found myself doing things repeatedly over and over again, and it's just a matter of programming time to get it all built in to EasyStone in a logical way. And so we're really excited about releasing this. We've spent lots and lots of development hours on this next release. So let me show you some of the things that we can do here. So first of all, we're going to look at the watermark feature. A couple of you have asked about the watermark feature on the Facebook page, and we've had a watermark feature that I've used for a long time, and I want to show you how we can utilize this watermark feature. So obviously, every design that we do, we're going to put a weed box around it so that when we go to cut our templates, we're able to cut our templates and have everything line up. And so we have our weed box image. We're going to come over to the Specialty tab and choose Easy Prep. There's a new Easy Prep button there. And this is a macro that we've now built into EasyStone. And here you'll see a watermark option. So what we're going to do here, and this Easy Prep is an amazing macro. It does a lot of really cool stuff, and we're excited to share with you all the things it can do, but one step at a time here. So we're going to click on Watermark, and up comes the watermark form, and we already have a watermark specified, and we can specify the spacing between watermarks, and the scale factor will determine how many times your watermark repeats. If you want to give an angle to your watermark, you're able to. And of course, you could set your transparency. Now, some of you might want to put your watermark on top of your design. I personally don't do that. I put it behind the design, but that's what the overlay options are for. Okay, I'm not going to use the overlay options, so we're going to go ahead and just choose Add Watermark. And you can see it just very simply, well, adds a watermark, right? So it's pretty basic. And you can see how many times the web address repeats. So there's like 1, 2, 3 repeats going across there. Now, if I wanted to change my scale factor, let's just change my scale factor to 50 and choose Add Watermark. It will get rid of the existing watermark, add a new watermark, and now you can see it is 1, 2, 3, 4, basically 5 repeats. So the scale factor will determine how many times our watermark repeats. All right, so why don't we take a look at creating a watermark? Because obviously you guys are going to want to use your own watermark. Anything can be a watermark. Okay, first of all, so that's important to know. What we're going to do is we're going to use this as our watermark. So if you want to use an image as a watermark, or if you just want to use basic text, whatever you want, this is what we're going to use for our watermark. So we're going to select it and just fill it with white. We're going to use EasyStone to export, and I'm just going to call it EST New Water. Okay, we're going to export as a PNG file. The size of the export, it really doesn't matter. I would probably recommend that you export whatever you're going to use for a watermark at 1,000 pixels. And we're going to choose Export Proof Image. And of course, now it says it's exported. It's still there. But because it's white, we can't see it. So let's go ahead and delete it. We don't need that anymore. All right. So now let's go ahead and apply that new watermark. So back over here, we'll go back into our Watermark tab. And instead of the EST watermark, we're going to go to our desktop, and we're going to look for the new water that we just created. We'll go ahead and leave the horizontal and vertical spacing as is. We'll go ahead and leave the scale factor the way it is too. Let's change this to -30 for our rotation angle. And we're going to choose Add Watermark. And obviously all that does is turns the watermark the other direction. So it was going from left to right, I guess, up in this angle. Now it's going in the opposite angle. So I do like to use 30 degrees for my rotation angle. But you can see that this watermark, because we exported it at 1,000 pixels, and you can see that the spacing between this watermark and the next one is 1/8 of an inch, and vertically it's also supposed to be 1/8 of an inch. But it only repeats twice at a 50% scale factor. So I would probably drop that down to about a 25% scale factor, and we'll choose add watermark again. And so now you can see it repeats once, twice, yeah, basically twice. And if we want a little bit more spacing, so for horizontal spacing, maybe let's try 3/8 of an inch just to see the difference. So now if you look here, see the distance right here? Let's see what it does now. We'll go ahead and click on it and choose add watermark. And see, you just have more spacing between there. So you can play with that and decide, if you want more or less spacing in between. It's up to you. Okay? So that is the watermark feature. Obviously, we can adjust the transparency, which will be necessary depending on the background color. If I choose, like a gray color, it shows up a little bit more. So in that scenario, we could probably lower our opacity a little bit. Nope, we wanted to go the other way. Sorry, I always get confused. So we're going to increase our transparency. And now it's still there, but it's a lot less pronounced. Okay, so that just depends on the color that we're going to be using for that. Okay, so we'll go ahead and close out of our watermark options. Now the next cool option I want to show you, and like I said, there are a lot of options here in EasyPrep, but so we won't get too involved. But I do want to show you the Create Proof Sheet option because this is wicked cool stuff. We spent hundreds of hours on the Create Proof Sheet, but it does a lot of really neat things for us. And now that we have it, we can create all kinds of proof sheets for our customers real easily. So let's go ahead and click on Create Proof Sheet. And we have a bunch of pre-installed proof sheets. In fact, if you go and look in your EasyStone folder within Program Files, some of you may see these various proof sheets that we have. But I'm going to select this one. It is a vertical proof sheet, and it has 8 slots. And what that means is there's space in the proof sheet for 8 different stone size and color specifications. This design, we only have 1 stone size, but 3 colors, so an 8-slot template will work just fine. Alright, so for the design name, let's just call it Flag Eagle. I won't give it a design number for this example. We do want to show the design size and the total stone count within our proof sheet. For our customer information, let's just go ahead and type in Becky Stevens, Philly, PA, right? And then maybe we'll give her a phone number. I'll just use ours. And then over here for our business info, now this tab, once you fill in the business information, this information will stick. So you just enter in your business information one time. And now we can create the proof sheet. So again, we already have the design selected. So let me just make sure that we do have it selected. And then click on Create Proof Sheet. And it will go to work and create our proof sheet. So the first thing it has to do is look at the design, get all of the stone colors, determine how many stones are in the design, and then once it's done that, then it opens up our proof sheet. It looks at the information that we have specified, and what it's telling us is that this particular template does not have a third contact info 3 does not exist. And you can see that here we have 1, 2, 3, but we don't have that third line. So yes, we're going to go ahead and proceed with making the template. And I created this, I specified this particular template because I wanted to show you that that is a possibility. And now it's going to go ahead and place our design within our template. And that's it. So now we have this proof sheet ready to go. And the nice thing about this proof sheet is we can do a lot of crazy things in this proof sheet. We can create this proof sheet however we want it to be. So and I'll have a whole separate video on that. But as far as the layout goes, you have complete freedom. You can see, though, we have all of our customer contact info, our business contact info. We could add our business logo, whatever we wanted to this template. You can see I put the design name and the design size and the total stone count up here at the top. And of course, obviously, we have our great simulated rhinestone design here on the shirt. Looks really wicked cool. Down here at the bottom, we have all of our individual stone counts. You can see those here. Obviously, we have a little bit of work to do because it says library, 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 and it shouldn't. So we have a little bit of work to do there. We'll figure out why that is. Probably something I set up incorrectly within the template. And then we have this option here where it says Precut template available. If you notice over here on the left, this has a little bit more margin. And so the concept is we would go ahead and create a proof sheet for every design that we create or purchase. We create a proof sheet for it, put it in a 3-ring binder. So if we went to a trade show, we could show our customers all of the designs that we have available, but we may not necessarily have a pre-cut template ready to go for them. And so that's what this little checkbox is. If you know that you've already created the templates for a given design, you just grab a Sharpie and check that, so that when the customer says, you know what, I like this design right here, you'll know, okay, yes, I have a template for that. You know, come back in a few minutes. You know, we'll knock it out for you. Or, you know, maybe you have to ship it, or you have to create the template. And they can come back the next day or whatever to pick up their item. So anyhow, you know, obviously this is something you can have or not have, but this was the concept, the idea for the proof sheet. All right, so that's really as far as I want to go. For now, I just want to show you that these things are coming down the pipeline to make it easier for you to create really nice looking proof sheets, adding the watermarks to your designs to upload to the website. So be looking for the new Easy Prep addition to Easy Stone in our next beta release.